A lot of the teammates have talked about the participation trophy and how it motivates them. Obviously, you're on the other side of that. So, what would you say motivates you here at Alabama?
What motivates me is the way the guys treated me, honestly, when I came into the program. I couldn't thank these guys enough. Regardless of the outcome of last year's game and me being on the other side of the ball, I'm here now, and I think that's what I really need to focus on and focusing on this team and what we can do this year.
Hey, Jermaine, as far as you deciding to come here, I mean, what led to the decision for you to transfer to Alabama?
As fortunately, I'm just trying to make the best decision I can for me and my family. And like I said again, I couldn't thank this program enough for the way they welcomed me and brought me in and treat me like one of their own. So from this point on now, I'm just focused on this team and what we can do to get better.
What do you remember about the Alabama defense? You faced them twice last year. What made them difficult or different from other defenses?
These guys work together. These guys work day in and day out. They go over film. They watch a lot of film. They put in a lot of work. They got a lot of great leaders. They got a lot of great players at each position. So at the end of the day, when you can correlate that all into the field, it's just a great team.
How has your skill set improved as you've come into this program and being part of a position group that's boasted so much talent throughout recent years?
Honestly, my entire mindset when I even came into this program was just to work and try to understand the offense, get it down with Bryce, and work with a lot of the players that has just came in just as well as me, because there's freshman players that came in with me as well, another transfer as well. So my main focus is on those guys and, making sure our bond is all good and together and everybody is on the same page regardless of what grade you're in. So we can all, because whoever's on the field is going to have to produce.
How much did Bryce influence your decision to ultimately come here? Did you guys talk about that at all, or just did having him influence your decision to come here? And what is your relationship like with him as well?
My relationship with Bryce is great. I mean, it's a guy I've also known since high school as well. I did my last 2 years out in California, so our relationship was pretty there as well. But pretty much is when I came in here, it just clicked on. Like, we just both wanted the best for each other. He wanted me to learn the offense as quick as possible, so it's just far as meeting up and trying to learn anything I could do or any little tips I need or anything I can work on as far as us being just an overall better receiving core and quarterback room.
How have you seen the whole receiver room just gel together as a group, knowing that a lot of competition is going on, but how has that group gelled together so far?
The group is gelled together because we honestly don't worry about the competition part. Like, our competition is the man that's lined up across from us. We as receivers, and we know that we just need to learn the offense and learn everything just about the offense, so when whoever's out on the field can get the play right or anything like that. So I don't feel like it's any sort of competition between any of us receivers. We're all close. We're all brothers at the end of the day, so we all want the best for each other. So if anybody's missing any part of the offense here, we all make sure we can, sort of settle down on the same page with it.
You are a new player here, but given your college experience, have you found yourself maybe trying to step up as a leader in that receiver room and try to help bring those young guys along?
Definitely as an older player, or you going into the more experience you have in college, you definitely want to form and shape into the leadership role as you have younger players coming in and them needing a leader to look up to. But as far as that go, I mean, I feel like all the older guys in the room has honestly stepped into that role of being a leader to the younger players, and that's all we really much care about. We don't care about who is just main guy, main this and that. We just all know that what time it is as we get older and experience, and we know that what it's like for those young guys to come in and need a leadership model in the room.
Coach Saban's talked about, I think in the spring and in the last couple of months, about how you've been the most consistent guy at the receiver spot. What's the key to being consistent the way you have been?
Honestly, it's just sticking to the same script. I just come in, I just do what they tell me to do, and I just make sure I take care of my body so I can perform the best way I can. And that's honestly not something I'm honestly worried about. It's just being inconsistent or anything like that. I'm just honestly focused on this team and what I can do better and where I can, help anybody out. So.
When you first got here, what was that dynamic like when you met the team? Were there any jokes about previous stops, about seeing each other in the past? Was that even addressed?
Yeah, it definitely was, but it honestly went is the way I didn't think it would go. Like, I honestly thought it was gonna be like, some guys who still felt some kind of way about the game, or some guys who had a kind of envy or any kind of animosity. But like I said, like, this team brought me in with unbelievable arms and welcomed me, and honestly, we didn't even have any sort of issue about that. It was just honestly, like, I honestly got more congratulated than anything, like, oh, this and that. So, like, the guys just brought me in. They wanted me to work with them, and I honestly forgot about that game. Like, I want to win it with this team.
You were surprised that they were congratulating you?
Yeah, like, everybody was just happy for me and just happy I was here, and we just wanted to work.
Kind of bouncing off that, how do you think coming in the spring, you talked about your relationship with Bryce off the field, but kind of helped develop your relationship with him on the field and building that chemistry, and getting in, some earlier reps?
I mean, yeah, coming in the spring, I was able to come in and, meet with Bryce a lot, meet with my receiver coach a lot, meet with our offensive coordinator a lot. So, and based off that, those meetings as well, those help out a lot too. But nothing is better to me than repetition. So, honestly, just getting out there and practice and repping the amount of plays is honestly helpful.
You didn't record a drop last season. Is that something you're aware of? And first of all, do you remember your last drop? And also, how much time do you take just working on, your hands and catch,
In this receiver room especially, our coach really praises that, you just hop on the jug machine or do whatever you can to make sure you getting your hands right. So honestly, I didn't even pay attention to that or as well something I don't really plan to pay attention to. But at the end of the day, it's like, as a receiver, you know what the money is, and you know what you have to catch. So you know what you have to work on to warm your hands up. So as far as that goes, it's just getting into that rhythm and catching the ball.